Why is this so fast? I just want to turn.
Ouch.
You just fell off a motorcycle. Like ouch indeed. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I am your adventurous host, Klay-Kremling. And it looks like we can finally put this Nickelodeon game combo pack to rest. Now, as I mentioned, I first played the Wild Thornberrys movie game as a demo that was included on the film's DVD. But I actually wouldn't go on to play the full thing until I found the Game Boy Advance port. And from what I recall, it was actually a pretty swift port. It didn't show up on any other systems, just PC and Game Boy Advance, but yeah, looks like I finally have the definitive port in my possession. And better yet, this is the Wild Thornberrys movie we're talking about here. It may not have been an animated classic, but an adventurous movie like this was quite ripe for a game adaptation. So, I guess today's question is, how exactly was the leap from film to video game? Well, let's find out.
Hi, I'm Eliza Thornberry. Welcome to my world.
Oh geez, no title screen, I suppose. So the game throws you right into this interactive menu, along with giving us a taste of the game's graphics, which look pretty good. Other than that, it's a menu alright. You can adjust music, in-game sound effects, manage your saves, and perhaps most important of all, difficulty. Now, this is a very complex scene with a lot of moving parts, so let me just briefly explain how the difficulty works. Normal difficulty is about as chill can get. The game will be an absolute breeze to beat. Medium difficulty, on the other hand, will require more mental and physical stress, but with enough hard work and dedication, it can be beaten. However, if you dare turn on hard mode, you've already sealed your fate. Hard mode is so unbelievably hard, you'll snap and stand up on your hind legs, screaming in incomprehensible frustration. You'll be doing pile drivers off of Mount Everest into active volcanoes, while wearing moon shoes and having an atom bomb strapped to your back. That's how fucking mad you will be! Well, on the other hand, this is a game that's still intended for kids. So I would imagine that, unless we're on hard mode, this game's gonna be way too easy. Well, anyway, we're gonna get into the story mode now, so, if you haven't seen the Wild Thornberrys movie before, spoiler warning, I guess. Now, unlike the Rugrats Go Wild game, this game features 3D animated cutscenes, which look fine for the most part. Shaman Minyambo looks pretty good, other than his baby legs. But all the other character models just look like horrible creatures. The worst of this has to go to Eliza Thornberry. Listening to the elegant, vibrant voice of Lacey Chabert coming out of this face is a jarring experience that I can't even describe. For God's sakes, look at her on the menu screen. She doesn't even have pupils, she just looks like a soulless monster. Another thing that's kind of bizarre is sometimes they mix in 2D character drawings with the 3D character models, and it just looks weird. So Shaman Minyambo gives us a short, quick prologue about the events that are going to take place, setting the stage for a grand adventure to begin.
A pilgrimage of thousands of elephants to Tembo Valley during a rare solar eclipse.
Well, here it goes. Level 1, save the cheetah cubs. Just like the movie, Eliza Thornberry is playing with some small cheetah cubs when a poacher's helicopter arrives. And the objective of the level is to keep them safe from the lowering helicopter. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's not really hard or anything. You only have to endure this for a minute. So by the time things really start to pick up, it's already over. Though I must say, the most disturbing thing about this game so far is how creepy this elephant looks. Duh. Level 2. Rescue Eliza. Eliza's efforts to save all the cheetah cubs are futile, and now she's hanging for her dear life from a ladder. I guess we just have to hold the convy under her for long enough. Alright, I have you now. Okay, jump. Jump. Why the hell isn't she jumping? I am dodging trees while still remaining under her, and she's not jumping. What the hell am I supposed... Oh, you have to blow up a raft. Okay, well now that I got it right, now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do...
Better luck next time.
Perhaps next time I should actually read the instructions. So anyway, I beat it on my second try, because I'm too cool for first. Then level 3 is a scene that I don't even remember from the movie. You're playing as Darwin, Eliza's best friend and chimp sidekick. And we're protecting leopard cubs from... Oh god! The poachers! They're horrifying! They look like creepy puppets. Ugh. So in order to protect the cubs from these horrible freaks of nature, you toss pineapples on their heads. It doesn't sound that overwhelming, but what's really annoying is the leopard cubs try to leave. Why are you leaving? I'm trying to save your ass. And you can't fuck up. If any of them get lost or stolen, you lose. So yeah, be ready to put your multitasking skills to the test. Now remember in the movie when Eliza gets in trouble and her grandma sends her to that boring school? Well, unfortunately, that's here in the game too. After a particularly enjoyable 3D cutscene, we are greeted to the worst level in the game. So you have to find Darwin, who's in the stable somewhere outside the school, and you have 10 minutes to find him. So you have to explore this giant-ass school in order to find keys. Each door that has a key on it has another key inside, but before you can get in any of these doors, you need the first key. And the first key is in a random room somewhere in the school, which means that 95% of the rooms are totally useless and just completely waste your time. If you're lucky, you'll find some items in these rooms, but at the end of the day, you may end up wasting a good few solid minutes looking for that first key. Well, unless you're really good at keeping track of the numbers of the doors and staircases. But the worst part is, if you get caught by the security guard, you get kicked out of the school. So yeah, make sure that doesn't happen. But once you finally get to the stable and find Darwin, you're on top of the world.
Jolly good, you've made it.
Oh boy, that was a doozy now, wasn't it? Where are we now? Level 5, Escape from School. So this time we have to... Oh god! Jesus Christ, what happened to the frame rate? Did it always look like this? Or is it just my computer? Well, either way, it sucks. It may not look that bad watching it on your screen right now, but trust me, having to stare at this while actually playing the game was torture. Why did they have to make the floor pattern so nauseating to look at? I was legitimately getting dizzy from playing this. Ugh. Okay, so the actual objective of the level is you and Darwin have to open a gate, go to the park, grab a bike, and then pedal away from the school. It's really not complicated if you know what you're doing, but there are some certain things that just make it even more of a chore to do. First of all, Darwin, who you need to keep close by, runs slower than you. So if you're not careful, he might end up getting stuck and you'll have to go back for him, which may result in you getting caught by the guards. And that's another thing. The guards. These guards are all over the map, and they will follow you to the end of the earth. And if you get caught, you have to go back to the beginning. And the most frustrating part about getting sent back to the beginning is that means you have to play this level for longer. Oh, jeez. Let's move on now. Level 6, the Great Rhino Rescue. Well, at least we finally get to have some action. Poachers are trying to catch rhinos, and we get to throw luggage at their car. Yeah, you creepy puppets want some rhinos? Have some luggage! The weirdest thing about this level is it's not that hard, but things can go wrong in a second, and unless you act fast, you are gonna lose a rhino. Oh, come on, the stupid conductor!
Can't throw now, the conductor is near.
Ugh, damn it! These are the last 8 rhinos on planet Earth, and I let one of them get caught. I'm a horrible person. Level 7, Debbie's Wild Ride. Now this is a lot like the bike riding segment from level 5, except now you're on a motorcycle. This wouldn't be so bad, all you have to do is traverse your way through a jungle. But you move really fast, and combine that with the really slippery controls, you'll be banging into walls one after the next like an idiot. But like I said, all you have to do is go through a jungle, so by the time things really start to get annoying, it's already over. Level 8, Lost in the Jungle. To be honest, there's really not a whole lot to say about this one. It's almost identical to level 5 with the top-down view and choppy frame rate. Except this time you just have to collect bananas while going through a few small mazes. One thing that's really annoying, though, is the AI for Darwin and Donnie. They don't know what they're doing. But of course, you can't beat the level without them, so it's just a headache. Huh, oh man, we're almost at the end of the game. Well, let's keep this up. Level 9, After the Storm. In this level, you go down a stream saving animals from drowning. Yeah, that's about it. You can carry up to 10 animals at once, then you go to the nearest dock and let them off. Next. Now before the final level ensues, there's a cutscene that shows the crucial plot point where Eliza Thornberry loses her ability to speak to the animals.
Quickly to Tembo Valley, where Eliza was determined to save the elephants, even without her powers. She knew she had to turn the lead elephant away from the fence, but she was unsure how to do it.
Now, unlike all the other levels, level 10 is a triple header. That's right, 3 segments. So without further ado, level 10, Eliza's Elephant Escape. Here you have to make your way through a herd of stampeding elephants, while at the same time collecting pieces of this amulet or something. Man, how does a 12-year-old girl run faster than a herd of stampeding elephants? Man, that's quite a sprint. Once you've collected all the amulet pieces, you need to be at the front of the pack. Otherwise, you lose. So be sure that you don't let yourself get slowed down too much. Next up, we have to platform through a small series of mountains. This part is okay, I guess. It's kinda hard to know where you're going most of the time, and unfortunately, the game tends to fall victim to some awkward overhead views. And it can kind of mess with your sense of placement. I mean, we're not exactly talking Game Boy Advance levels of awkward, but it's just a minor complaint. Well then, once you make it to the lead elephant, it's time... Are you kidding me? It's time for the final boss. We finally get to teach those poachers a lesson. Alright, here we go. This is for making me play level 4 and 5! Come on, you stupid elephant, do it. Just do it! And this one's for making me play level 8. Come on, one more. Why the hell isn't he attacking? For the love of Kong, just attack the Oh, there we go. Oh, finally. So thanks to Eliza, all of the elephants are saved, and Shaman Minyambo gives her her powers back.
This is the end of one adventure, and the beginning of many more for Eliza and her family, the Wild Thornberrys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that a gas? You will not be soon forgotten about this belly flop of a quest, though it was nice to hear the original voice cast lend their talents. As for the actual game, It's quite a strange one, I'll give it that. And for those of you hardcore Wild Thornberrys movie game fans, wherever you are, I'll leave it up to you to give your input on the minigames and the multiplayer modes. Well, I suppose that just about wraps up our combo pack here. And so comes the age-old question of whether the games hold up or not. In my personal book, I wouldn't say either of these games are anything special by today's standards, but they were novelties of the time. Though I think it's safe to say that out of the both of them, the Rugrats Go Wild game is certainly a more consistent experience. If you want something with a bit more danger and unpredictability, then play the Wild Thornberrys movie game. Oh yeah. Or you could just forget about both of these games and watch the movies instead. I don't know. At the end of the day, I guess I'm just a sucker for childhood memories. Which is why both of these games will always hold a place in the Klay-Kremling horde. Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I sincerely hope to see you guys again soon, because the next review is of a game like none other. This is Klay-Kremling, signing off. Hello everybody, before I go, I just want to give a quick shout out to JGS Music for supplying the new Klay-Kremling intro theme. On Jay's channel you can find a plentiful of different themes and remixes, so please go give them a watch. All of your support towards JGS's channel is greatly appreciated. And once again JGS, thank you very much for letting me use one of your remixes. Thank you for tuning in everybody, and I'll see you next time. Adios.